Hello Cozy Potters. This video tutorial is to explain in a bit more detail how to make the sandals for your happy hippie shelf sitters. As you can see, I've got the instructions written on the pattern, a pair of scissors, a glue gun, although you could just use clear adhesive, a large-eyed sewing up needle, because that makes it easier for getting your cord through, the completed leg of your happy hippie shelf sitter, and the 2 sandal pieces, and I've pre-made the eye cords just to make it a little bit quicker to make this video. Okay, so to start with, this is your prepared base of the sandal. As you can see, I've stuck the card onto the wrong side of the sandal, and I've stuck the longer eye cord, which is cord A, onto the back of the card, and the shorter cord, which is B, onto the front toe end of the card. Okay, so that's the first stage. This cord here is much longer than you'll actually need it. I've done this just because it'll make it easier to make your sandal. Okay, so the next step is to get your top piece. As you can see, I've threaded the ends to the point where I want them, so that's those, and then I just place this on top of the sandal like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to sew from this point round the back of the sandal until you reach here. Okay, so starting here round to here and then stop. I'm going to pause the video while I do that, and then we'll come back to the next stage. Okay, as you can see, I have now joined that seam round the back and as far as the back cord. There's no, you can sew this together however you find easier. You can just over sew the edges, it doesn't really matter. So the next stage is to thread your cord onto your large-eyed needle, and you're going to take it up to the point where you've sewn, up through to the top of the sandal like that. Okay, take it off your needle, a little bit tricky, and then you're going to sew all the way round to the front, and then you're going to take this one exactly the same way up through the back and out to the top, and then you're going to sew all the way round to about here. Okay, so you want to leave a 2 centimetre gap for the final stage of the sandal. So once again, I'm going to sew that round as I did before, and then I'll come back to you to show you the last stage. Okay, the next stage, as you can see, I have now sewn all the way round as far as there, just past the curve. That leaves me a little gap at the side. The first cord A, has been pulled through to the top, and cord B has been pulled through to the top at the front of the sandal. Okay, so the next stage is to attach the sandal to your foot. So what you want to do is place the foot so it's in the correct position on your sandal. Then with your front cord threaded onto your needle, just push it through the top of the foot at the centre, so it's at the sort of base of that joining seam. So what you want to do is just wiggle it through and take it out through the middle at the bottom of the foot. Might need to give it a little tug like that. Take your needle off, then you want to adjust it so that you're happy that it's going to be in the correct position. As you can see, it's just like that down the centre of the foot. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to glue that to the bottom of the foot so it's out of the way. So I'm going to use a hot glue gun, add a little bit of glue down the centre of the foot, just like that. Pop your end onto there to hold it into place, and then just leave that to dry for a minute. So as you can see, the cord has now stuck to the bottom of the sandal, and it has actually slightly held the foot in place, which is quite handy. Okay, what we're going to do now, again, you've threaded your cord onto the end of your needle, and we're going to take that through a strand on the front cord. So through there, a little gentle pull, okay, and then what we do, if you look at the photos on page 5 of your sandal, just bring the cord up so that you're happy. It doesn't really matter how you do it. You can use a pin held there by Crafty Nana, one on that side, one on that side. Thank you, Nana. That just holds it in place. And then what you're going to do, once you're happy, take this down through the top of the sandal and out underneath. A little tug, just got a bit stuck. Take it a bit further in. So through and out. Take that off now. Okay, so what you've got now is your finished sandal. So make sure you're happy. If this cord is much too long, just tie it off a little bit, otherwise you'll end up with too much to tuck in. So give it a little knot like that. Cut off the excess. Then what you're going to do is just poke that inside. Okay, so it's gone. You're going to finish sewing this seam. Okay, and then once that's done and you've lost the end inside the sandal, add a little bit more glue to the base of the foot so that you can then firmly press the foot down and hide the cord underneath. You can then either add a little stitch here and here or a little dot of glue just to hold those strands in place, and that will be your finished sandal. I hope this has helped. I will be doing more video tutorials next year. Thank you.